In today's Madden 18 tip, we're going to talk about how to play offense in Madden 18 and how to maximize your offense so that you're scoring every single time you touch the ball. If you guys are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. My name is Cody, and I have a YouTube channel here. Basically, what we try to do is we try to put together videos that are helpful. That's really all that we're trying to do here. So, if today's video helps you, I just want to encourage you as I take a really brutal sack there from Brandon Graham. I just want to encourage you to leave a comment at the end of the today's video and let me know, how did today's video help you? And secondly, what is your name? Because I'd like to meet you if you're new to the team. So let's talk about. That's a big time catch by Hopkins. Let's talk offense. So I did a video, I think yesterday, and I basically tried to answer the question, how do you stop throwing interceptions? And now what I want to answer is how do you really create a bulletproof offense? Well, I think it's more about strategy and play calling than anything else. Okay, I think it's more about strategy and play calling than anything else. And what that really means is a nice catch, everyone tight end. What that really breaks down to is it's more about your play calling than anything else. If you call the right plays, if you call the right plays together, okay. And so what you want to do is you want to have what I call I've talked about it a lot, but I basically call it a power play. And what a power play is it's kind of like the Vince Lombardi Green Bay Packers. They had a power sweep. Okay, and what the power sweep really did was established one of the things that they wanted to establish for the game, which is a power running game. Okay, so you want to have a power play. That's why I call it a power play in respect to Vince Lombardi and the power sweep. The second thing that you want to do is you want to have a counter play. Now, this play looks just like your power play. It looks just exactly like your power play, but it runs in a different direction. So, in the Green Bay Packers world, this was the counter. This was the inside trap. So it looked like it was going to be an outside run, but instead it was an inside run. So you have that. And then the next thing that you want to have is you want to have what's called a constraint theory play. And what a constraint theory play is, as I'm going to have to throw it away. Throw it away. Come on, man. Man, Brandon Graham is killing me this game. What a constraint theory play is it is like a play action pass. For me, I use verticals. I use quarterback draw. Those are some of my constraint theory plays. My power play out of the empty bunch is the Z spot. There's a big catch by Hopkins again. As you can see, that route right there does a really good job of getting open. But again, you want to have those three types of plays. Man, Brandon Graham's making some plays. But you want to have those three types of plays. If you have those three types of plays, now what it comes down to is play calling and execution. And that's where I spend a lot of my time trying to focus on, how do you really call a game? How do you really maximize your ability to score touchdowns? How do you not throw interceptions? Those questions are questions that you have to answer for yourself. But I've given you some content on that, and you can check the channel for the rest of that. But really, what you want to ask yourself when you're on offense is, what is the goal? What is the goal? So what that really means for you is you define your goal as, okay, I want to score touchdowns every time. So I want to come out and I want to score a touchdown every time I touch the ball. So that's your goal. That's your target. The question is, how do you get there? And one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of people make, and real quick, guys, if I say, this is the biggest mistake, what that should mean to you is you should really, really listen up. Because most of the time, you learn more from people's mistakes than you do from their success. So just something to think about there on that. But what I'm trying to get across to you here in today's video is when I talk to people about Madden, when I try to help people get better, one of the mistakes that they make a lot of is they don't run the ball enough. They don't run the ball enough, and you have to. I really believe this. You have to run the ball a little bit to win the game. You have to have some kind of running game. So for me, and I'm probably the worst of it, I don't like to run quarterback draw. I really don't. It's very annoying to me to even have to do it. But I know that in the end, it's going to be better for my system, my scheme. And this guy's running all over me. So real quick though, if you really want to take your offense to the next level, I do want to encourage you to check out our premium membership. That is in the description of today's video. You can check that out, and I'm telling you right now, it will help you get better at this game. I guarantee you that. So the other thing when you're talking offense, if you see what this guy's done a really good job of, is he's ran. This is another thing that people they don't really think about, is you have to run everything out of the same set. This guy's done a pretty good job of that this game. He's had a couple of different ones, like right here. He's going to go to this trips, probably going to run an inside zone. No, he goes play action. We get the sack there. But what this guy's done is he's mixed it up from different plays out of the same look. Okay, and that's been really tough. That's where it gets really difficult when you're playing someone and they're doing stuff like that. Then all of a sudden it becomes a really hard chess game, right? Here we go. Yeah, so right there, and that's where you see on defense. That's another thing. So you have to do that. And then one other thing that I want to encourage you to think about when you're putting together an offense is one of the things that really crushes people on offense this year is negative plays. Like what happened to that guy. He got a sack, and then he couldn't do anything. Okay. So you need to start asking yourself, how do I avoid negative plays, and start executing on that. But anyways, guys, those are a couple things that I would say that you could do to make your offense better in